Hello, BookTube, and welcome back to Hours in My Library. This week we're changing gears, as it were, a bit. And this is Tools for the Job, a short history of machine tools by L.T.C. Rolt. And that's Lionel Thomas Caswell Rolt. He lived from 1910 to 1975, and he was a popularizer, a historian of the Industrial Revolution. And he wrote many books, including this, on tools, but also he wrote about engineers, biographies of Isambard Kingdom Brunel, James Watt, Thomas Telford, George Stevenson, and a few others, and sort of combining things. And he's even got a little bit of biographical material in here of the engineers who created certain machines. And this is illustrated with over 100 illustrations from drawings, line drawings, and even photographs when it gets up to more modern machines. And that's, I think, the biggest one in there. And some of that one wasn't too good, but some of them are actually quite good. I like that one, and some of them are just drawings of more technical drawings of the machine itself. And yeah, it covers the period. Obviously, he even does a little bit pre-industrialization, but that's just a very short chapter. The first one, then he goes industrial machines, tools of the 18th century, and then the first machine shops, and he goes into a little like metal cutting becomes an art, and he focuses on a few engineers who created these machines. And then he's got he switches to North America, to America, for their contribution to machines. And then he comes back to mostly the United Kingdom here, England, and goes right up to the 20th century. And that's where I sort of get lost a little bit. My interest sort of fades a little bit in 20th century, but it's still interesting. But I have not read those parts. The reason I have this book is, well, I thought it was an interesting subject, and also too, when I was reading books about the Industrial Revolution, or even just during that period, and there'd be something that came up, and I'd pick this up and read a little bit or a chapter and sort of supplement my reading for it. The one thing that I do remember is that he's a bit short on the social aspects or the social implications of the machines themselves. It's more the nuts and bolts of who created them, how it worked, and where it was done. That's the focus that I remember for this. But yeah, it's an interesting book, and as I say, there's just lots of illustrations, over 100, if I didn't mention that. But anyway, I think I'll leave it there for this one, and we will be back next week with another book. I was looking for something that was on a specific topic for an item, but I don't know where that is, so I grabbed this one. So hopefully, maybe next week I'll have that one or something else that is similar before we move back to London, because there's a lot of London books that I think are quite interesting. So we'll see what else we can find. Until then, BookTube, take care.